Are you ready to dive into a world where cultures collide, passions ignite, and drama unfolds? Here on Mystique Souls, we bring you captivating short Blasian dramas that explore the beautiful, complex, and often intense connections between Black and Asian experiences. From fiery romance to thrilling rivalries, we're here to deliver stories that resonate, entertain, and keep you on the edge of your seat. If you love stories that challenge perspectives and celebrate diversity, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts. Your engagement helps us bring more incredible stories to life. Asia, a vision of Florida sunshine and defiant intelligence, stepped off the plane at Incheon International Airport. At 22, her biracial African-American and Asian heritage gave her a striking, exotic beauty that made her instantly noticeable, a trait that had helped her amass over 10 million followers on her social media platforms. Her digital empire was built on a foundation of genuine cultural curiosity, fashion, and unfiltered, often witty commentary. Her trip to Seoul is against the explosive wishes of her stern, authoritative, veteran father. All she wants is to experience Korean culture and visit her childhood best friend. But truthfully, Asia needed a change of scenery and the anonymity of a new continent to inspire her social media content. She spotted her girl immediately. Hana Kim, her childhood best friend, was holding a sign that read, "Florida Best Friend," in broken Hangul. They embraced like magnets reconnecting, the years apart dissolving into a shared burst of laughter. "Girl, you look good, like real good," Hana said, taking in Asia's look. "Stop, you know I'm just here for the mandu," Asia joked, but there was a serious edge in her voice. "You still down for showing me the real Seoul, not the tourist trap?" "You know it. But first, let's get you settled. I've got food and a couch that feels like heaven waiting." On her very first day, after checking in with Hana, Asia found herself drawn into a tucked-away corner shop, a place dripping with old money and dust. A tiny, cluttered antique spot where she found a piece of jewelry that just called her name. It was an eclectic necklace, heavy with history and mystery, a kind of talisman. She swiped her card before she could even think twice. Outside, the street was quiet, except for the low engine thrum of a black Maybach that looked like a shadow with dark-tinted windows. Inside, Kwan Park already the legend. 30 years old, built like a brick wall in a custom suit, with ink that climbed up his neck like a silent threat. He was a brilliant businessman who ran the city on the legal and the lethal. He was the silent head of the Black Dragon, the most feared mafia organization in Seoul, and he was waiting on his deceased mother's necklace. His general, Choi Minho, a hulking man whose face was set on "don't even try it," went inside. He saw Asia holding the necklace, admiring it like it was already hers. Minho demanded, his voice low but cutting, "Hand it over." Asia, who didn't come all the way from Miami to be punked, just cut her eyes at him. "Too late, big man. Check the receipt. It's a done deal." The argument heated up fast. Asia's outspoken tongue was laced with that Florida heat, challenging a monster she didn't even know existed. Minho stomped back to the Maybach, rattled. "Boss, a foreign chick bought it. She's got an attitude problem, too." Just as he spoke, Asia stepped out, with a small bag clutched in her hand, walking with a swagger that said she owned the damn street, not knowing her life was about to pivot on a dime. Kwan watched her move, and at one glance, that was it. Everything that was supposed to happen, the snatch and go, the quiet threat, went sideways. "Stop her," he instructed Minho, his voice still low but with a new edge. "Offer her a price. Negotiate." Minho caught up to Asia, trying to talk numbers, big money, but she just shook her head. "I told you, big boy, it's not for sale. I fell in love with it, and I'm not letting it go." She meant it. The sound of the escalating hassle was too much for Kwan Ho. He couldn't just sit there. He pushed open the Maybach door and stepped onto the curb. Kwan Ho Park looked at Asia, her beauty hitting him like a physical blow, her refusal to be intimidated sparking something volatile inside him. He was frozen, a powerful man utterly struck, caught by a feeling he didn't have a blueprint for. He'd never paused for anyone. He walked up, and instantly his men fell silent, the power dynamic snapping to attention. Asia, completely unbothered, gave a dismissive shrug and turned to walk away, done with the noise. It wasn't a grab, it was a connection. Kwan Ho reached out and gently took her wrist. The moment his fingers brushed her skin, an undeniable wave of electricity, a sharp, dizzying sensation, ran through them both. He felt the tremor, and he saw it in her eyes. "Asia," he said, her name a near silent breath, the sound of it possessive and soft at the same time. He apologized for his men's disrespectful hustle and let her go. But he had to. "Boss, why'd you let her walk?" Kwan Ho watched her fade into the city crowd. His eyes didn't miss a thing. "It's hers, for now." That night, the silence in Kwan Ho's penthouse was thick and heavy, broken only by the wind pushing against the wall-to-ceiling glass. Overlooking a billion-dollar view of Seoul, he stood at the precipice, Asia occupying every inch of his mind. He didn't just think her name, he spoke it into the night. Asia, like he was carving the sound into the city, an imprint for the rest of time. Meanwhile, across the city, in Hana's modest spot, Asia was laid out, wide awake. The scene was looping like a perfect, dangerous track. The grip on her wrist, that powerful electric current, the way he turned her around, and the sound of him saying her name, Asia. It had hit her soul sideways. Unknowingly, down on the street, near a beat-up sedan, Kwan Ho stood next to his Maybach. The king of Seoul wasn't leaving. He was just watching the apartment, like a silent, terrifying predator, stalking his new obsession. Later that night, the buzz of Seoul was a distant hum below Hana Kim's apartment. The restless energy that had kept Asia tossing on the bed was momentarily subdued when a soft knock came at the door. It was Hana, holding a small tray with 2 steaming mugs of Korean barley tea. "Couldn't sleep, could you?" "You're vibrating, girl," Hana observed, her eyes sharp. She knew Asia. They settled onto the bed, legs crossed, the warm mugs cradled in their hands. The tea was soothing, but Asia's mind was still on fire. "Girl, you won't even believe my first day," Asia started, her voice low. She recounted the antique shop, the rush of excitement over the eclectic necklace, and the arrival of the aggressive Choi Minho. Hana listened intently, sipping her tea. "So, some thug with bad manners tried to shake you down for a necklace?" "Worse, it was his boss. This man, Hana, he was quiet, but the air around him was loud, tall, tatted up, looked like he walked straight out of a GQ spread, but with a body count." Asia paused, the memory of the touch on her wrist making her shiver despite the warm tea. "He shut his man down, said my name like he knew me, and then just let me leave. But when he grabbed my wrist, it was like a surge, straight up electricity. It was weird, dangerous, and honestly, kinda hot." Hannah put her mug down, serious now.
You need to forget about kinda hot and focus on dangerous. People who ride in Ma box with muscle like that don't apologize and walk away, especially not in Seoul. Not if that item was important. You just bumped into someone who moves above the law, Asia. This city is controlled by the Black Dragon. They don't play games. Asia tried to shrug it off. What's he gonna do? Steal a necklace from a girl with 10 million followers? But even as she spoke, the feeling of Kwan Ho Park's eyes on her, silent and intense, made her stomach knot.
Later, across the city, the bass throbbed in one of Kwan Ho's exclusive high roller clubs. He sat in his private office, the heavy silence here a contrast to the noise outside. His mahogany desk was immaculate, but Kwan Ho wasn't looking at the ledgers. He was staring through the smoke glass at nothing, seeing only Asia's face. The door opened quietly, and Choi Min-ho, the general who had served the Park family for 30 years, entered. Min-ho had watched Kwan Ho grow from a quiet boy to the feared king of Seoul, but he had never seen him this worked up over a woman. "Boss," Min-ho said, his voice respectful but heavy with the concern of a Korean father. Kwan Ho didn't look up, the command sharp and immediate. "I want everything, not just the social media trash. The real deal. Family, financials, her digital footprint, everything she's ever touched. I want to know who she is when the cameras are off." Min-ho blinked. "Boss, that kind of deep dive takes time. She's a ghost online, but with 10 million followers, she's covered her tracks well." Kwan Ho finally lifted his gaze. His eyes were cold, dangerous, and utterly fixed on an invisible target. "I don't care. I want it on my desk by 8 tomorrow morning. No exceptions. Get it done, Min-ho." The general bowed low. He didn't question the order, but the gravity of the situation settled on him like a shroud. This wasn't about the necklace anymore. This was about the unpredictable obsession of a powerful man. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tap on the notification bell so you will know when part 2 is available. Let me know in the comments, what do you think is the true nature of the necklace? And what do you think Kwan Ho Park is about to reveal about Asia?